What was the name of the damn show? Welcome to Empowerment Through Intuition. Tonight's show is about negative energies and vortexes affecting our intuition. I'm Nora Truscello, a two-time best-selling author and international speaker on intuition, and my friend Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Chris Gurganus from Conversations with Chris. I'm a spiritual teacher, medium, a psychic, healer, kind of all around kind of person. How you guys doing tonight? I like vortexes. We're going to talk all about them tonight and how they occur and what they are and what happens with a vortex. How do you know there's one there? We're going to hit all the fine points of vortexes and energy.
Halden, hi, honey. And I did not forget that you had a question for me in the email. I've just been swamped this week and really haven't addressed any kind of reading request. I apologize. Give me a little bit of time. Hi, Erin. Nice to see you again, sweetie. And thank you for participating tomorrow in the study. Those of you guys, you really are helping Chris and I understand where everybody's at in our little community of friends. So we are addressing things that matter to you. So thank you to you guys who are giving your time to help us out. I really appreciate it.
We thank you and we appreciate it, but don't forget to share.
Yeah, please share. And what we just found out was if you review us, the Into Intuition page, not the group, you review us, maybe Facebook will put us out on a few more feeds. They've been stifling our growth because we don't have certain things, and that is one of them. So please help us out. Give us a review and remember to share. And before we jump right in, I do want to remind you all, city and state, let us know where you're at. We are going to add them all up by June 30th. And that is where Chris and I will go live to do a show in that city and state. Real quick, we do take off our shows after a week on Facebook, and they are up on YouTube or on our website. So You can grab it from either place. And all of that is on our the feeds. We always make sure you see where our websites are. So thanks, guys. And let's say hi to a few people. Denise, another person who's helped me out. Thank you very much, Denise. And Diane, another wonderful person who helped me out. You guys are like so good. You have no idea. Stephanie, I think I'm talking to Stephanie tomorrow at the Twisted Bakery. You guys great. Okay. Bellevington, South Carolina works for me. We'll go for South Carolina. Lansdale, really cool. I like Lansdale. So let's get a little bit into the topic. So you guys, do you want to start them off?
Well, let's talk about what is a vortex. And a vortex, what is it made of? And it's basically energy. Energy that can drill in like a funnel into an area and out like a funnel. Think of a funnel-shaped vortex is like almost like a funnel. It's round and it goes down to a point. Okay, and if you're feeling like somebody poked you in a specific spot on your body, that could be a vortex. Say you're rubbing it, you're doing everything you can, and you can't get it to remove, and you can't get the energy to move off of you. That could be a vortex. How do you know if it is? You just basically hold your hand over it and ask your body to heal it in your higher self. And I usually say a little prayer, and I do some of this with the energy medicine to get it moving. And if it doesn't want to move on its own, then something's wrong somewhere.
So Erin said tornado. Yes, it's like a tornado. But it could be an inverted tornado, one that is going in, as Chris said, or one that's moving out. But either way, it is a disturbance. And when you get those kind of things in your emotional spots on your body, like your heart, it will completely affect your intuition because you are really out of balance. You have a wide opening that's absorbing a lot of junk from the universe and other people's stuff. And very often you're not aware of it. It's like a slow cooking frog. The analogy of you put the frog in a pot of water and on a low flame, and it's such a slow heat up, the frog doesn't know it's being cooked. another way that I notice them is I'm not picking up easily. I'm not hearing easily. I'm not sensing easily. And I'm like, something's off. And then I start scanning myself and feeling where it's at and go to my energy medicine practitioner or handle it myself.
Right. And it's usually a negative emotion that causes it, something frightening, shocking, direct. It could be somebody, that is just angry with you and you're in their force of energy. And it could be while you're driving, it could be while you're walking. You could be miles away from that person, but if you're feeling their energy and you're pulling it into your heart, it's coming in as a knife and it starts to turn and twist and it makes a vortex. And you have to be very careful that you don't, especially those people that are empathic. They seem to pull them in and create them all over their body. And it can be like, think of it when they're going out, kind of like your energy blowing energy out like a tea kettle whistle. It's like, I had enough. Can you please get out of me? And it sends off this low vibration and you know something's off. And you're just like, okay, that's really not feeling good on my knee. And you wonder, why is it my knee? Well, is it on the outside of your knee or is it the inside of your knee? And then you have to go to Donna Eden's energy medicine and think of what meridian is that affecting. Is it your gallbladder or is it your stomach? And why is it affecting those areas? So I just work with them and I do a lot of crystals and figure eights and spinning of a crystal to pull it out and spinning just first to check and see if it's there, if that's what it is. And then after you test it and it tests positive, then you spin it to get rid of it.
So the reason why you want to know what meridian it's on and why that's valuable is each of the meridians are aligned with an emotion, so it can help you distinguish what it is if you don't know. So gallbladder is anger and holding on. I believe gallbladder is anger and holding on. I don't know them. I have to go to the book.
The liver is you want to nurture yourself, and the spleen is that you got to take better care and more relaxation and let go of the tenseness in your body. And
I know
the gallbladder is anger.
Yeah, which would explain why I had to get my gallbladder out.
And the stomach is basically worry and shame.
So these are great reasons once you find a disturbance on yourself to take an extra look, open up the book, or, just you can go to most Chinese medicine charts, energy medicine charts, and see the name of the meridian.
Or go to innersource.com. I think they have some books you can download, ebooks you can download on that. And they're really easy. But you can also have them in your field of your house, your home, your car, your animals. They can be just about anywhere. And they can show up as negative emotions, threads or cords. We had the whole discussion with Elena about walking through life and you having these big invisible cobwebs that are cords that are coming through and threads.
I'm sorry, we are broadcasting from Philadelphia and the windows are open. So the occasional siren.
If we don't have them. So it can be in your environment, it can be in your home. And how do you know they are there besides the sharp feelings in your body? Sometimes you might see, as I see it, squiggly energy in the room. When I close my eyes, I ask when we're doing, say we're clearing a property that might be on the other side of the country. I can tell you from the front door exactly where the negative energy is. And I can tell you whether it's a vortex, whether it's a hole, what the problem is, what's hiding there, and what you need to do with it to create peace and calm. And that's one of the ways Nora and I are able to do distance clearings, because we can see what's going on. And we do work with some teams that do local stuff, and we don't leave the house anymore because we've gotten to the point where we can just say, okay, guys, give me the address. And they give us the address, and we figure it out. We call them on the phone. We tell them, okay, watch out here, watch out there. This is the problem. This is what you need to do. And we're sending you a team of angels. Have fun. God go with you. Call us if you get into trouble.
Now, that's really advanced. However, we are going to be teaching very advanced stuff to those who are interested. We're going to be doing some very basic things and very advanced things. And most likely starting next week, we're going to give you an opportunity to let us know in a form way if you're interested, what level
what
you're
topic,
interested
and
in
what
stuff.
level of these
Right.
topics that you want to go to.
So stuff like that, don't be like, holy cow, yeah, right, they can. Yeah, so can you. Intuition is natural.
We taught this team how to do it, and these guys go out and do it the way we taught them, and they rarely have a problem anymore.
Yeah, we never hear from them.
And we get the Southern team that's like, how do you know these things? I'm like, just trust me, please.
Go with it.
And I'll teach you how to do it, because the Northern team's like, oh no, you got that problem? Oh no, you got to call this number, ask for this person, tell her it's emergency, she'll help you.
So we got a vote for Kennett Square from Diane, Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. That's a pretty area.
Fun.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Liam.
Oh, hello, Liam. So let's see. Could they come off as severe anxiety attacks, Erin? I'm not thinking so.
No, but if they're not dealt with over
Then
a
you will
period of time,
right,
they could create one.
The extreme anxiety attacks will create vortexes, but I don't see the vortexes creating the anxiety.
It's the anxiety is creating the vortex, because you got to remember it's coming from an emotional end, and that's what you're guarding against. And that's why we work on, the exercises to strengthen your aura, the exercises to strengthen the spirit, to align you, to make sure that you're breathing correctly and you know how to take care of the inner part, because that's where it all initiates from.
Holden, you are 100% correct, honey. Positive thoughts are always important in healing tools. Thoughts shape our realities as described in the movie The Secret, and you're completely correct. So that's what we're talking about. You have an emotional upset that you're not processing correctly. It eventually causes a vortex. Well, how do you process? You process with your thoughts and your feelings. So yes, thoughts and feelings are 99% of what we do. Actually, 100% of what we do is all in our mind. You can't do anything until you envision it and see it first. You're not going to have a house built without first envisioning it and then drawing it out. So everything is visioning and knowing. It's all controlled by our minds. And when we talk about intuition, and I mean, you can hear it in just our conversations every week with you guys. We're always talking about the power of our word and how what we say makes a difference, what we think makes a difference. If you think you can't do what Chris or I do, then you can't do what Chris or I do. But if you think there's even a possibility you can, you'll end up doing it. You have to
believe in yourself.
Exactly. And it's all the power of your thoughts and your mind. So thank you, Holden. You get me right back up on my soapbox. Margie, thanks for joining us. We love seeing people back. Kelly, how can you do this for panic attacks? I have them often, and all of a sudden don't always have to be triggered by something. Okay, so getting away from vortexes. Panic attacks are obviously going to totally interfere with your. Thanks for all those hearts, guys. Don't forget to share also. Any kind of negative energy, any kind of negative emotion will affect your intuition, will affect your gut feelings, will affect your clear thinking. Any of it will. So
I love them, guys.
So, of course, panic attacks are really going to trigger it. Now, speaking energetically and intuitively, I've never had a panic attack. So I can't tell you what I would do. But I can tell you I got an awesome counselor that I see pretty regularly. And that's probably why I don't have panic attacks, because I have somebody, a confidant that I can share and talk with. I have a best friend I have several very good friends. I have a wonderful husband. So I think that's maybe why I speak a lot. I communicate what's going on, but I can't, and honestly, address how I would handle a panic attack.
Well, a panic attack stems from fear. Fear of not being something or not being okay with the world.
Mm.
And I think part of the reason Nora and I don't fear so much is because A, our faith is so strong, and B, we know that there's nothing that we can't handle because God's there for us and with us.
Always. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, speaking from personal experience, been to heaven twice, talked to the boss, and I'm like, let's interfere. I can't even get into heaven these days. So, I'm pretty screwed.
There's something to fear.
So after having a panic attack over that, you might as well just give up and go home, have a glass of water, and call it a day. But I mean, just don't worry about the little things in life. I know it sounds hard, especially when that fear is gripping you, but just think of it as the negative side of life. They're trying to keep you in a negative emotion so that they have control.
One of my favorite prayers, and the way we always end our meditations, is with the 23rd Psalm. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. When our minds get out of control and we're active, like we can't stop them from thinking negative, that's a way that, I'm not saying it's evil, but it is a way that evil can interfere with you and get in. We have no doubt evil exists, but we also know it is not under every single rock.
Right.
It's under enough of them now, and it will take advantage of situations. So as you become intuitive, as you become more spiritual, as you become more connected to God and have that bridge of understanding, we really are all connected. The darker forces, the devil, I'm sorry guys, yep, there's a devil, look to interfere. And if they can get you anxious and into panic attacks, then they're moving you away from your spirituality and your ability to be with God and at peace.
And I'll give you a shortcut that I give to everybody, whether they're Christian, Catholic, Jewish, whoever they are. I don't care what the religion is. If they feel like they're being attacked, and I tell this to the guys that we train in the field, use the words Jesus, Jesus, Jesus reverently. Where there's light, there cannot be darkness. Fear is darkness. Mm-hmm. Panic attacks are darkness. So when you're in this panic attack, next time you think about it, just think Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You don't even have to say it out loud.
No, you don't.
And just ask the angels to come and help you and support you. And I'm telling you, you'll be surrounded so fast, it'll be like,
yeah,
hi, how
you
doing?
Say it with reverence now. You say it with reverence, not like you hear it on television. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. No, please, that's not
going to work.
With reverence, you are calling on the Lord and Savior. I'm telling you guys, it's amazing.
Even if you don't believe in God, He believes in you.
Right, so give it a try and you might be shocked.
So as long as you're respectful, He will come and help you.
Yes.
And He will stand between you and whatever else is there. And believe me, they take off running.
And that's when you're going to learn real fast, like, oh, there is a God. Shauna, hi, honey. Make sure you put in your city and state, guys. Pamela, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Nice to have you back. And Tina, Southampton, New Jersey. Okay, listen, I'm going to let a little secret out. I had to take the videos off of Facebook so that, we are trying to keep it cleaner because there's so much there. But you could get them on my website, Chris's website, or YouTube. But when I do that, we lose all the comments. I have tracked it. I'm just going to let all of you know who are not in Southern Jersey, like the Southampton kind of area. You got to get some votes in. Or Chris and I are going to be doing something in Deptford or something like that. So, let's get us out there a little bit, guys. Further south to Atlantic City. And Sadana, welcome. I don't recognize your name. Welcome aboard. I hope you like our little community of friends. It's not just Chris and I answering these questions. You will see we all start chiming in on each other. So thank you, Carol. I see my Atlantic City, New Jersey up there. Melissa, me too. Lost a gallbladder and have stomach issues. Spent too many years absorbing other energies. Yeah. And I really believe that's what's the situation with me. Being empathic. I mean, the more intuitive you get, the more empathic you get, guys. But I was empathic as a child and didn't know it. And, I learned to deal with it as time went. But the anger that I would absorb and hold on to and think it was my own really does wreak havoc on our bodies. And even with energy medicine, it was a good 5 years we hung on to that gallbladder long before I should have let it go. It was a blessing in that respect. But when it's time to go, nothing beats modern medicine. And thank God we have good doctors and good surgeons. Energy medicine is a gift, and so is regular medicine. Both are beautiful and things need to be used. So thanks, Melissa. And our little gallbladders are in gallbladder heaven.
Gallbladder heaven.
Kelly is saying, Melissa, I have a lot of stomach issues too. So let's think about that for a second, guys. Stomach, Chris said, was anxiety. So if you have stomach issues, stress.
And that's where all the negative, when you're first learning how to open up to your intuition, you're going to get your first alarm center, and your most accurate alarm center is going to be in your belly, in your gut. And that's where you're going to have to remember, I can't worry about the pain. I have to listen to the alarms and just do figure eights over the whole belly area, spin a crystal over it. And I mean, just in front of it, just keep spinning a faceted real crystal.
I'm not sure if you can see Chris's hands, but this is what she's doing, a figure eight over her belly. So it's like I'm going to do it on my chest. So this is what she's doing, but on her belly. And you can do it on your heart if you have a heart.
Wherever the issue is.
Right.
And you could sing, you can use singing bowls, you can use you can use the chimes, you can use clapping, anything that's going to bring a positive energy to the area.
A positive vibration.
Right, a vibration. Sound. You can use the background noises of positive music, meditation music. You can go through the house and you can just sing your favorite songs.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's bringing you joy, and your joy will vibrate through the house and through the whole. It'll hold in the walls and the fibers of the house. You just have to remember that the houses are living things as well as your plants. And talk to your plants, put some crystals in the little base of the plants, talk to them, play with them. Play with your crystals, give them some sunlight.
I'm going to say hi to a few more people and tell you a great plant story. So Beth White Stevens, hello, welcome aboard, another new person. And again, Carol, thank you so much for voting for Atlantic City. Prices and signups, you got it, Aaron. It will be happening, just the signups right now, not the pricing or anything. Franklin, Indiana, hi, Carla. It was such a pleasure speaking with you too. Thank you. You just said something and I lost it, and I said I wanted
the plants.
The plants. This is not totally off the subject because we are talking energy. When you look at a plant, look with a soft gaze. For those of you who don't see energy, plants are the best for learning to see it. So you have a little greenhouse plant or a plant outside in the ground. A house plant, you will see if with a soft gaze and a relaxed state, the relaxed step back technique that I talk about in the science of intuition. You get into that state, you'll see a very fine shadow of energy around the plant. And you will see it around your hands. Now, if you're outside and you're dealing with a plant that's in the ground, it's not a small amount of energy. It's a much wider, it's several inches. This is a great way to play. So you take your hand and you notice the energy and you say, my holy water is a plant. And you just bring it close and you'll see it connect to the energy of the plant.
It's fun.
And you could just play with it and notice how it moves.
And it stretches.
And it stretches, how you can start to actually feel what that plant's purpose is. Do you ever wonder why ancient man had their medicine men, and how did their medicine men know that this particular plant was for X or this particular plant was for Y? They would, in a lot of stories, they talk about, well, the plant told them. And this is a way that they talk. This, I mean, and we're not talking like chatter, chatter. It's like when you've connected to the energy, you start to get a sense of this plant's purpose, just like you could to a pet and to animals and to other people eventually. But a great way to start is with a plant. It's so much fun.
Like, I can understand the animals, the plants, the trees when we're driving down the highway.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes a lot of practice, guys. It didn't happen overnight. I've been doing this since I was a little kid. And what my grandmother didn't teach me, I spent 20 years going to teachers that you didn't have just internet like we had now.
Right.
We had to go find the masters, get them to agree to teach us.
Yeah.
And you had to like beg at their feet for them to teach you what they knew. But once they got done with you, you knew what they knew, because they taught like right down the line just how to do things. So we're trying to save you all that time, and we're giving you the really express thing in an hour. So that's why we're trying to talk to you about the classes you want to know about and what level do you want to go to, because we're just giving you the skim on the top, and we're giving you some quick tips on how to
have fun
and learn how to deal with it, and to just teach your kids and yourself at the same time, how do I want to go about this, what do I want to do. Nora has these lovely little chime bells for clearing energy air, and if you hear them, when you get them to go like that, they sound really pretty. Yeah, I love them too. I love to play with them. But you can use these to clear a vortex. You can get it to reset an energy in a room. You can use them and click them up and down your body to reset your own energy. And you can use them anywhere you need to. But if you think there's an animal or plant that's in danger and it just doesn't seem to be doing well, I usually take the holy water, the holy happy water, and the little chimes out to the garden when my man isn't looking up. And I give them a little lovins and I talk to them. And I'm like, come on, guys. You got to do a little bit better than that. We need some fruit and vegetables this year. And then a couple days later, he'll tell me, oh, that rain must have worked really well. And look, they're all perking up. Oh, okay, hon. Now, he doesn't watch our show, so don't anybody tell him.
Don't anyone tell him. Melissa, don't hold on to others' negativity. Let it go. Don't let the damage get worse like me. I have permanent damage now. Took me too long to get it. Right, Chris?
If you want to listen, my friend there.
Kelly, how do you let go, Melissa? I am terrible at that. Prayer, guys. You always hear us talk about prayer. And, you get me started with certain family members that, not immediate family, I love dealing, no issues. But you get me started and the anger can come up fast. So I go right into prayer. Please allow me to forgive them. Please allow me to let this go. Help me in this moment, Lord. Take this anger from me. And I start thinking about the things I do. I actively work at letting it go. It's not like going to just magically disappear. It's up to you to take charge over the out of control thinking and thoughts that will just sneak right in and grab you.
Well, I also do the bubble effect. I bubble them up. I double bubble them up, and I blow pink light into them, and I give them little figure eights, and I tell them, I send you with love and light, and I ask God to remove anything from me that harms them, and let no harm come to me or from me. And I ask that they go in peace and love, joy and happiness, and just stay away from me. Because a lot of times, whether they're your family or your friends or your business associates, you don't have a choice, but you have to deal with them.
You have to deal with them.
And if you're holding on to something, you got to think about, why am I holding on to it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it really matter? Am I going to remember in 5 years from now? Sometimes with me, it could be 5 minutes. And can I really change it? You can't. You got to realize you can't change how somebody thinks, not necessarily what they believe or what they're going to do or say. So if it's somebody else that's irritating your world, let them go. Let them do whatever they're going to do. And you just decide, okay, these are my boundaries and I got to keep my boundaries and my people safe. And this is how I'm going to do it. And if they don't like it, well, then I guess they need to change something about themselves. And here's what I want them to change before I allow them back in my box.
That's a good way. Liam says hello.
Hi, darling.
And Elena, Elena was our guest who talks about the crystals and was explaining things, and we just had terrible computer connections. Says use obsidian is good for extracting. So if you are having trouble releasing some of the emotions in your stomach, get yourself some obsidian.
Some black obsidian.
And just put it there. Just put it there. And then when you're done, stick it in a window where you can get a little sunlight on it so it helps cleanse it. Stick it in with a plant. Plants are great for cleaning off the crystals. And of course, don't do any of this without a prayer first, because it's not the crystal by itself. It is the
intent and the spirit that goes with it.
Right. It is the fact that God gave you that crystal, that it can help you, like he's given us plants for medicine that help us. But we don't just use them without first being thankful.
That's why we talk about heart, body, mind, and spirit. Because if the spirit, the heart, the body, and the mind aren't together in a unit, it's not going to work, guys. We've tried it.
It's imperative that you're standing on a strong foundation of spirituality and a strong foundation of psychology, that you are emotionally stable and spiritually stable before you start opening up. That's just good common sense. And Shauna's mom is watching tonight. Hi, Shauna's mom.
Hi, Shauna's mom.
Nice to have you on board. Thank you for joining us. Rebecca, good evening. Thank you for helping me out with the study. I really appreciate it. Faith of a mustard seed. Yeah. You know what, guys? That's really what it's about. Negative and dormant energies. Okay, Elena's telling us something, but Elena, you got to give it to me in a full sentence, girlfriend.
Does she want us to learn about that?
Negative and dormant energies.
Do you want
Elena, throw a little bit more stuff.
Topic? Come on, Elena.
Laura, thank you so much for sharing. Now, Laura just had a fine example. Who would like to follow her? Please give us some shares, and also write us a review on this particular page where the show is. If you could write a review after the show, we would really appreciate it. That is what gets Facebook to start allowing us to show up on more feeds.
And don't forget, City and State,
guys. City and State. We so far, Jersey's winning. Lori, hi, mamas. Can't watch tonight. Cody is having a rough night. Oh, that's the
poor baby.
She'll catch us on a rerun. Dawn, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. Beth is a phenomenal hypnotherapist. I had a great time with her. So Beth Kyle, if anyone's ever interested in that, she's a great resource. Her name is popped up on the feed. So feel free to speak to her, and I'm sure she'd be glad to answer any questions that come up in the feed too. Kelly, thank you. I'm glad that you got a good answer. Carla, I feel my abilities are there, but have been suppressed when I was younger. In the last 2 years, I feel the abilities coming back, but are not at full potential now because of health issues. Can that interfere? Oh, 100%. Yeah. Health issues make a big difference. We are, mind, body, and soul. All three are intertwined in such a way that as soon as one gets affected, the others are affected instantaneously, so rapidly. It's almost hard to tell where did it stem from. So intuitively, if you're physically down, your spirit's going to be down. And if your spirit is down, you are not going to be as intuitive. Like we said, you need a strong spirituality. You need a strong mental state. And if you're not doing well physically, you don't only not have a strong mental state because you're upset that you're not feeling well, but you don't have a strong physical state, which then affects the spirit. So it just does completely affect the intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're sick, we're not reading, we're not helping, we're not clearing, we're not advising, we're saying we're not well. It's rare that I get sick when it happens. It's kind of like funky because I just don't get sick. This one, however, scares the bejeebies out of us every couple of years and dies. Then they bring her back to the hospital. It's like, here we go again. Oh, God. This one is just another case altogether. But she's not, and no kidding, she's sitting in a hospital room, major infection. Thank God they saved her. Pennsylvania Hospital, amazing. University of Penn. And what is she doing? Well, I need to get better, so I'm doing some readings. But she's at a different level. And Elena was in her room every day at that hospital, putting up new crystals, making sure it was nice and clean and energetically feeling well. They couldn't find the nursing staff. They would go to Chris's room because it just felt so good in there. They were hanging out in Chris's room.
They were just sitting. They do their paperwork. It'd be nice and quiet.
So, God, Elena did a heck of a job there. So, yes, call it absolutely interferes. And just take your time. Get yourself physically well. So
Except when you have the shaman coming to your hospital room all the time fixing it for you. Then you just find dandelion.
You don't have to worry about it as much.
Just don't leave your room, because then that's when things went really bad really fast. Literally, they took me down for, I don't know, I think it was a physical therapy test or something. They thought I was going to code. They brought me back up so fast. They were like, oh no, she started telling us it was too much, and she started sweating, and then she started breathing funny and telling us she didn't feel good, really not good at all. I'm telling you, I told him it's like the boy in the bubble. Don't take me out of my bubble. I'm good in my bubble.
Leave her there until she gets well. Tina, 100% agree with that, Chris. Once you believe in faith, you know God has us and will get us through any and all situations, and we will be okay. And that is so true. Thank you so much. Gina, my girlfriend, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Jean.
Holden, nothing can be evil when the word Jesus is spoken. That is true, because
very true.
You are bringing the ultimate light into any situation, and there can be no darkness. So when it comes to even getting well, caller, you call on Christ, call on His name, and ask for healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Melissa, many ways Kelly I use. Oh, so Melissa, see guys, for those of you new to our little show here, we actually talk to each other, and I'm reading. So Melissa's helping Kelly out with the anxiety. One is I just say whatever doesn't serve me and my purpose, I let it go. Or if I feel the negative coming, as I just say thank you for showing me, and I give it back. Chris taught me that. Wonderful, and good for you for practicing it. So thank you, Melissa, for bringing that up and sharing it with all of us, not just Kelly. I try it. I definitely believe in him. Yes, it really makes a difference. Okay, Elena, birth, white light in and out.
Breathe white light in and out is what she's trying
breathe.
to say.
Okay, got it.
So in other words, to get rid of any kind of anxiety or negativity, breathe the white light in, hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe the white light out for 4 seconds.
Knowing that the white light is divine,
Jesus, yeah.
And it's Christ, because white light can be Satan. I hate to tell you guys, the angel of light was Lucifer. So when these people say, I'm calling on the light, and I love the light, and the light takes care of me. Yeah, that light's taking care of you. It might be the wrong light taking care of you, and it's going to lead you the wrong direction. It is not the light of God, but it's still a light force. So please be very careful in your wording. Be clear in your intention. Don't be just thinking of a light. Be thinking of a divine light of God.
The power.
The power and love of Jesus will make all the difference. But you don't have to be Christian. Again, the divine love and light of God, our Father. We're strong Christians, as you can tell.
Never.
Right? Did we give it away? Kelly, thanks, Melissa. Thank you for telling her thank you. I love it. You guys are awesome. I love how you talk to each other. Pamela, I don't fully believe till my son and he started telling me about angels' colors. And he was taught Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That's so great. So
I'm telling you, I tell everybody that one because it's the fastest way to bring in the light, guys. It's the absolute fastest.
and it's actually, we can't take credit for that. That was, it's a little pamphlet that I read many years ago, written by a priest, and it was called the Power in the Name of Jesus. And that little pamphlet has made such a difference to so many people because we just talk about it with everybody. All right, Aaron, Ohio. I hate to tell you, Aaron, I don't think I'm going to make it out to Ohio at the rate this is going, unless we get a whole bunch of Ohio people on.
We also went to a prayer warriors conference in California, and the cardinal and the bishop out there and the people from the negative side that went to the positive side, we won't mention names, told us that is true and correct, that the negative side, they know who we are, and they also very much do not like the word of Jesus.
Right, Zachary King.
Reverent.
Zachary King. I couldn't think of his name once before, but he was a satanic high priest, and he was the way he explains it, there are only so many people that make it to this level, and this was the largest satanic church in the world, and he was one of 5 that actually would cast the spells, and he explained how the spells work and how you have to call up a demon and then present the spell, and it would work. And the man had money, he had whatever he needed or wanted, and the Blessed Mother had other things for him. So he is now on our side, explaining it and teaching it all to us. And he did say the power in the name of Jesus will chase any of them away.
And we had been using it before that. And when we went to this conference, it was kind of like we were just sitting back there checking off our list, going, yeah, we got them all.
We're doing good.
We're doing good.
We went there and left with big heads. Our egos did get a little bit pumped up.
Well, it was nice to know that we knew what we were doing.
Yeah,
we didn't need to take
good
the class,
confirmation.
but it was
good
very confirmation.
Chris, hello. Melissa, Medford, New Jersey. I'm telling you guys, New Jersey's kind of killing it right now. Gina, South Philly all day. You know what? I don't know where all my South Philly friends are, but if you guys would vote, then Dawn Donna, I call my magic muffin, and she makes it all better.
That's me. She calls me her magic muffin.
Cute. Okay. I'm like, okay, what's this magic muffin stuff? Okay, it's you. That makes sense.
She calls me her magic muffin.
That's so cute. Linda, hi Chris, hi Nora in Claymont, Delaware.
Hi Linda.
I like Claymont. That's real close to where I used to have my house. In fact, was going to the church there. Kelly, what kind of crystals do you rub on your belly? I would use the obsidian, right? That's what
obsidian is what Elena says. Just use that for general negativity.
Right. And I don't even know if you have to rub it as much as just lay it there with
just
the intent.
Just leave it sit there with the intent and the prayer.
Right. Even keep it in your pocket during the day.
Right.
Very often, Elena will tell me to put certain things in my pocket. Or if I don't have pockets, I drop them into my bra.
Sorry, guys.
I can hide it. I do have that space.
I'm not even telling you what I got in my bra.
So,
and just remember, at the end of the day, they're there, ladies.
So you take them off and they don't hit your toe.
No, they can become flying missiles.
Yeah, depending how fast you rip it off. But here's the thing. Keeping the crystals with you, Elena has taught us, has really made a difference at times, really helped ground us when we needed grounding or help clear things. And I don't have it on tonight, but very often I do have on my little crystals with my cross, because I know it's not all from the crystals. It's the crystals given to me by God. So they're blessings. And having Elena as a shaman helping us understand this is such a value, such a gift for us. Sharon, hi. Thank you for joining us again tonight. I know you liked us on another show, so we're happy you joined us and are actually participating. Oh, we both look lovely tonight. Thank you. We both look lovely.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. I make her put on makeup when she does the show with me.
She does.
That's why she likes to stay at home so she doesn't have to. Okay, we got another vote for New Jersey. Shamong, New Jersey. Alrighty. Elizabeth, thank you for joining us. Chris, I just love speaking with you, Nora. Oh, Chris, I had such a great time. All you guys who are helping us with this study were amazing. Your stories were fabulous.
Oh, I like the little heart. Thank you.
Yeah, you were so generous, all of you. It was just wonderful. And I can't wait for tomorrow. I actually have from 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock tomorrow night with no breaks. It's just one person after the other. So many of you volunteered to help us. I'm so moved. I'm honored.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really. Melissa, welcome. Kelly, it is so easy to let it go. It's just getting there. And it becomes easier as time goes on. You can do it. It's true. It's like riding a bicycle. When you first learn to ride, it's a little wobbly, but within a day or so, it's like, boom, you're right down that block having no trouble.
Let's just think of it this way. Mind over matter.
Yeah.
My mind and his matter don't matter. And I want to thank Nora for doing all of these interviews and helping us figure out what you guys all need. So we need to give her a pat on the back. And if I had my Burger King crown, I would put it on her today. But I don't have my Burger King crown today. I'll bring it for next week.
Now, just hit us up with some reviews, guys, and please share the show. That really makes a difference, especially to people you think would be interested who don't usually participate. I always wondered who was stupid to wake up and eat a tomato. Are you talking about when I was doing the plants? That's funny. She always has something hysterical to say. Spiritual espresso. What is this comment you're trying to reach? It was deleted. Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to refresh because if I refresh, we have a serious problem. I did that once before and lost all of you guys. Meditation bells. Yes, Chris, she was playing with my meditation bells that we use in the morning. And it is nice. I do like my bells. In fact, Sharon, that are those called gongs. Yeah, you do have, there are gongs, so there are those pretty symbols that hang and you just hit them. Beautiful sound. I don't have my singing bowl in here. Another beautiful sound. Sound vibrations help clear energy and help move things.
Thank you, Renee, for all my little hearts.
When we hit the bells after meditation, it's mostly to not jolt everybody that I'm going to start speaking after the moment of silence. But when you hear the bell, it's almost soothing the way it moves through you, the vibration. It's really, really nice. So yeah, gongs are great. The Edgar Cayce Foundation, if you ever go there, the ARE in Virginia Beach, they got some really awesome, fun things to play with. Great singing bowls, great gongs and stuff. I go there and my husband's like holding the wallet. Don't let my wife in there with her wallet. Melissa, I'm sorry. Chris, bring the holy water. My veggies need help. You do it, Melissa, and let us know next week. Even if you don't have holy water, the water that you're watering them with, just say a prayer and say, God, please bless my flowers and plants. And say, dear little flowers and plants, I'm praying for you to do really well. And I know you're going to nourish me as I'm nourishing you. And just talk to them and watch what happens. And let us know next week. Because I'd be really, I want the confirmation for everybody. I know it's going to work. Sharon, bubble wrap works, Chris. Sharon's used it because Sharon's been with us for quite some time on the show, so she's well aware of what Chris says. Holden, always important to make sacrifices to stay happy no matter what. It's like falling asleep. The more you want to go to sleep, the more you won't fall asleep. But then if you just promise yourself to be okay no matter what happens, you will eventually fall asleep. It's like this with letting go of thoughts as well. That's really a great analogy. When you finally stop trying to fall asleep, You do. When you give up, it's like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to be awake. I'm going to be awake. Surrender. That is a beautiful example of surrendering. So we surrender to God's will. And if it's God's will that you're awake, or it's God's will that the chatter won't stop, surrender to it so you can get through it and then grasp onto something that's more powerful, more positive. This too shall pass. That was today's meditation, which really goes in line with that. Somebody said they didn't see the meditation and they wanted it for the driving. Hi from New Jersey or Hawaii. Renee also helped with the interviews. Thank you. And there's San Antonio, Texas. Yay! I couldn't give you the vote until you put it up there. Wouldn't have been fair, even though I knew you were there. Linda, thank you. Linda shared. Linda's shaming the rest of you. Shame on me. Okay, Elena, obsidian is good, negative energy, and stagnated energy as well. So obsidian is good for the negative things and for stagnant energy.
Thank you, Elena.
So what does she mean by stagnant energy? What
energy
would you say?
That's not moving. Energy that's just stuck. Like if I told you if you're doing this and it's not moving, then you might want to just take some obsidian and put it there after you tried moving it with, hand movements. If the energy's still stuck and it's not moving and you feel like there's still something there, you just do some figure eights. And then I would just tape the obsidian right to the spot. Literally.
Yeah. Elena has taped things all over my arm, especially when I had to have the surgery and my elbow was broken. And so she had me all taped up once because we were in a prayer. That was one of the prayer groups, and it gets very strong, and you can, like, any negativity, she wanted to make sure it didn't interfere, so she taped me down. But another stagnant type of energy is you just can't seem to stop thinking of this particular person, what they said, and you got the conversation going on in your head. Yeah, and you're like, it's like a song being stuck in your head, but you got this, well, the next time I'm going to say, you know what I should have said. Just take the obsidian, say a little prayer, stick it on your heart, and say, I'm just going to release it all so I can stop having this stuck energy in my heart and in my mind.
Sometimes I do it here and here because I want it out of my mind and I want it out of my heart. And sometimes if I feel like it's still not moving, I put on my crown so that it's out of my spirit. And I ask God just to remove it. I'm like, okay, I've had enough of that thought conversation. You can take it now. Donation? Don't want it back. No, thank you.
Okay, Carla's asking for prayer, guys. So please give a prayer out for her tonight, even if it's just saying the words Jesus for Carla, to raise her spirits. I got it. Yeah. Oh, Shauna's already's got it. Thank you, Shauna. And so does Erin. Thank God you guys read ahead, because
by the time we get done conversing,
we don't always get through the whole feed until sometime later. Renee, when Chris was in the hospital, I almost had a nervous breakdown. Yeah, we all did. I'm so grateful that my little sister is a phenomenal doctor, and she went to the first hospital Chris was at and basically said, I'm taking her out of here. She took her out of there and got her to the University of Penn and basically told them, you're going to get this team in here now. And that's what happened. So
and you're going to fix her, right? Well, they were so nice to me. What would you like? How about a diet ginger ale? That's all I could think to ask for. They're like, your pain level must be off the charts, but if you want ice and diet ginger ale, it's all yours.
So Evan wants to know how to close the vortex. Well, like Chris was saying, there's several different ways. One of the easiest ways is spinning a crystal. A clear quartz crystal is usually the best way to do it.
It's the fastest.
Yeah. And now you're spinning it down if it's going in, you're spinning it to the right going down. If it's a vortex that's coming out, you're spinning it to the right while you're spinning up, and then you're going down to your left. It can get a little confusing, But if you have the right intent, I intend to close the vortex with prayer and love and with the help of the crystal and God. I want this to close. It's not really going to matter too much how you're spinning it because it's the intent. That's holding. Everything is the intent.
And a
So,
little prayer, and I usually do a figure 8 over the area just to make sure it's closed. And then I go back and I test it by tapping at it to see if the feeling is still there.
so Dawn says, Chris, you are not allowed to die. Apparently she's not. God keeps sending her back.
Yeah, I got the
Thank
message.
you, Lord.
Thank
Keep
you,
sending
Dawn.
her back.
I got the message.
Aaron says you all need to join the morning meditations. Yeah, that'd be cool. By the end of the day, quite a few of you guys do watch the meditations, but I don't blame you for not getting up at 6 a.m. to necessarily do it live. Renee, I love you, ladies. Thank you, honey. Thank you for being there for me, Chris. Everyone, do yourself a favor. Contact Chris. She will get you through anything. She's awesome. There's a bunch of hearts here. Love always
Oh,
wins.
thank you, Renee.
Yeah, and it's true. Chris is phenomenal, phenomenal. If you want a reading, if you need assistance with extreme paranormal stuff, I'm there to assist. But Chris is there to absolutely do some out of this world readings for you guys. She is definitely the best. Please count my vote, New Jersey from last week. I watched but couldn't sign on. Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Hey, there's a nice Lebanese community up there, and I am a Lebanese Maronite Catholic, and they got a great community up there. But I don't think we're going to have enough Scrantons for me to get up there. Always with the utmost respect, Chris. Dawn.
Oh, I know, sweetie.
Oh,
Don't
the
worry.
muffin call. The muffin call, is that
Yeah.
it? Okay. All right.
And the
So,
fact that I'm not allowed to die. Yeah, I got that message from the
Okay.
boss. The boss himself said, I love you, goodbye, go back. I'll let you know when it's time for real.
I like this. They need to make bras with pockets. I would have said. You guys are too funny. I love it. So we're almost out of time. Please share the show. We really want this to get out there to more people. If you like it, you enjoy it, give us a review on this page that the actual live feed is on. It's the Into Intuition page, not the group. And that would really help Chris and I get more activity from Facebook. They seem to have kind of done something.
We're not sure what.
Right, but we're hoping this will cure it. And city and state, throw it in there. You will get counted. So we're like really at the end of our time.
Well, Gina had something up there. Let's go
Let's go see what Gina has going on real quick. Oops, what's this? I have difficulty in learning to stop being so giving of myself to where I wind up getting my feelings hurt each and every time. I don't even realize I do it. So I've been saying my prayers, etc., and I still do it like a dumbass. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but you are funny the way you write. I just feel and not think. Whoops, it jumped away. It sucks because it drains me. Being a giving person brings me joy, but at the end of the day, I'm tired of having that kind of weakness or vulnerability that harbors sadness, stress, and anxiety. What do I do?
More energy medicine. Do the morning routine, and that'll help restore your energy. And I think if you're coming at it with a balanced energy, you have more control over the situation and you see it for what it is. And when you start seeing it, say thank you, but no thank you. I'm okay not solving your problem. What do you intend to do about it? Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Thank you for sharing.
And that's great for a lot of people in your life, Gina, not everybody. I mean, obviously you can't do that to the person you're a caregiver for, but the energy medicine would definitely protect your field so you're not absorbing so much of the hatred and spew that comes out after you're giving of yourself. And, you know, you're really close to me. You're not far away geographically. What are we, 5 minutes? Swing by, make a date with me, and I'll show you the daily routine, and I'll make a copy and we'll do it together a few times so that you are stronger and feeling good. Okay, if everybody else in South Philly don't necessarily expect that.
She's having her favorites now.
I have my favorites. I would help anybody like that who's close by. So Gina, you know my number, honey. Just give me a call. All right, guys, we will run through the feed in case there's any questions that really need to be addressed. Thank you. We love you. And
we'll see you next week.
Definitely. We'll see you next week. And I'll see some of you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Oh, share.
Share.
Share.